Welcome, dear listeners. Here in this module, we'll start with the poem Small Pain in My Chest. The American writer John Steinbeck once said, "All war is a symptom of man's failure as a thinking animal." Here, the writer is trying to convey the futility of war and the selfishness of human being to claim over each and everything. Human beings want to claim over each and everything that they start waging war against each other, forgetting that not only the losing side, but even the winning side loses its men, life, property, and livelihood. There's destruction on both sides and results in the loss of innocent lives. Had men not been so selfish as to start waging wars against each other, this earth would have been a much better place to live on. Many writers and poets have written about the meaninglessness of wars and how they only result in the loss of innocent lives. Read this poem about the plight of a wounded soldier as he slowly loses his hold on life. This poem tells us about a soldier who has fought in a war and is now lying in a wounded position. He is on the verge of his death. He's about to lose his life, but not his courage. Here, he keeps referring to the pain in his chest as small. But is it really a small pain? Let's find out. The soldier boy was sitting calmly underneath that tree. In the very first line of the poem, the protagonist of the poem has been introduced. The soldier who has just fought in a battle is sitting underneath that tree, and see, it has been mentioned that he was sitting calmly. As I approached it, I could see him beckoning to me. Here, I refers to the speaker of the poem. As the soldier saw a person passing by, he called him. The soldier called the speaker of the poem. I could see beckoning to him means that the speaker could see that the soldier was calling him. The battle had been long and hard and lasted through the night. The battle which the soldier had just fought was quite a long one, and it was not easy. Wars are never easy. They are full of blood, violence, and loss of lives. It was a hard battle and it lasted through the night. It went on throughout the night. And scores of figures on the ground lay still by morning's light. The night's over. The morning has arrived. There's light, and in that light, the soldier and the speaker could see so many dead bodies lying on the ground. These are the dead bodies of the soldiers who fought in the war. Look at the expression scores of figures. The number of dead bodies was so high that you couldn't even count. Once these soldiers die, their dead bodies are left to rot under the sun in the battleground. Just imagine how pathetic the situation is. Wars are never fruitful. They always end up destroying both sides which are involved in a war. Wars can give nothing but devastation and can never mean anything good to anyone. I wonder if you would help me, sir. He smiled as best he could. Here, the soldier is asking for the speaker's help. I wonder if you'd help me, sir. He smiled as best as he could. Here, the soldier is trying to hide his pain underneath his smile. He tried to smile as best as he could in order to hide his pain from the speaker. A sip of water on this morn would surely do me good. And the soldier is not asking for much except a sip of water. He is thirsty, he is tired, and he asks for a sip of water on that morning from the speaker. Morn means morning. We fought all day and fought all night with scarcely any rest. This means that on the last day and the previous night, the soldiers were fighting in the war that they didn't have any rest. They fought all day and all night long with scarcely any rest. A sip of water, for I have a small pain in my chest. Here, the soldier tells the speaker that he wants nothing except a sip of water and he's feeling thirsty right now, and he tells the speaker that he has a small pain in his chest. Just look at the courage of this man. He fought the entire time for his army and now he is lying in a wounded position, yet he is smiling. He is trying to hide his pain. He does not tell about his situation to anyone. He does not reveal his pain. Just look at his strength. And what is he asking? Just a sip of water? If that isn't bravery, then we'll never know what bravery is. Even in this situation, he is trying to maintain his calm as best as he could. And he is doing a wonderful job at that. Let's move on to the next paragraph. As I looked at him, I could see the large stain on his shirt. Here, the speaker of the poem is speaking and he says that when I looked at him, when the speaker looked at the soldier, he could see the large stain on his shirt. The shirt of the soldier was stained, all reddish brown from his warm blood mixed in the Asian dirt. That stain was the stain of the soldier's blood. He was wounded in the war, and that large reddish brown stain was of his blood mixed with the local dirt, of the dirt of the ground on which he had been fighting for his men. Not much, said he. I count myself more lucky than the rest. They are all gone while I just have a small pain in my chest. Even in this situation, the soldier is saying that he finds himself luckier than all of those people who are lying dead in that battlefield. He says, I count myself more lucky than the rest. He is trying to find positivity even in this situation. He thinks of himself as the luckier one because he is alive while the rest of them are dead. They are all gone. All the men that he can see in front of him lying in the battlefield are dead, while I just have a small pain in my chest. He is referring to the pain that he has in his chest as a small one. He's trying to hide his pain as best as he can. What the soldier is trying to say is that in front of the condition of all those dead soldiers, his means nothing. Considering the fact that he is still alive means that he is luckier than the rest. It's just he is a little wounded. According to the soldier, it's nothing but a small pain. And let's just appreciate the courage of this soldier. Even in his own wounded position, he is trying to console the speaker. Don't be worried. I am all right. Just think of me as the luckier one than these rest of the people who are dead now. I just have a small pain in my chest. I am only a little wounded. And that's all right. Even in this situation, he is trying to console the speaker. He's not thinking about himself.